All right, all right, all right. So we have a very special guest right now. We have Diamond Miller from Maryland. Diamond, first of all, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a great day.
That's good. That's good. My first question, you guys are probably one of my favorite backcourts, probably my favorite backcourt now, with Lindsey Pulliam graduating over there at Northwestern, with you and Ashley Wusu. How's that dynamic with her? How's it playing with her and stuff like that?
Um, Ashley is a very high IQ girl. She knows when to give certain people the ball, and I think we kind of just gel. Like she just knows where I'm at and where I want the ball every time. I mean, we've been playing for it's going on 3 years now, so we kind of know each other's game to the point. So it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy playing with her, and she's a bucket, so that helps.
But where do you rank you guys like nationally as far as backcourts?
Um, I would say number one because why not? Like, why not say you're number one? I mean, we have enough confidence in ourselves and we work hard every off season. So why not put ourselves at the top? Of course, with a lot of growing and stuff like that, we're still developing as players, but I don't know. I think we're both confident in our abilities. So why not put ourselves at number one?
You're definitely one of my favorite guards, just specifically individually. How long you are, and how effective you kind of use your length on defense and offense with the long strides you take, and then just obviously on defense how that works and stuff. Just who were some of the players that you grew up watching and kind of emulating your game after?
Hmm, this is really good. I like just like Candace Parker seeing her in Tennessee, just how like she was really tall, but she was able to like bring up the ball in transition and stuff like that. Just her transition game at Tennessee was really fun to watch. It's just a lot of players. I used to watch Skylar Diggins and all of them at Notre Dame, just all that, like the UConn and Notre Dame rivalry when I was younger was like really, really big. And it was just a lot of fun to see like even Brianna Stewart do what she did, or even Maya Moore. Like I was very young, so seeing these girls, I was just like, wow, that's amazing. Like they're so good. It was just a lot of fun. Just I love women's basketball. That's why I do what I do, and it's just a lot of fun seeing those people uh, who I looked up to, like still being successful today, like Brianna Stewart doing what she's doing. So just all those stuff is really what I've been watching since I was young.
Right, right. And how do you develop into a big guard? Was it something of like you were kind of just the size of a point guard and you had a growth spurt and I'm just gonna continue playing guard? Were you always tall and pops or someone always, how did that happen?
Exactly what you said. When I was younger, I was short, so I just had the guard abilities, and then I grew a lot. I was always the shortest, and then now I'm just one of the tallest in the group, I guess. I love my height, and I guess I'm the definition of a big guard. So, hey.
For sure, for sure. And to me, I feel like I was talking to Haley Jones a couple months ago, and the thing that she told me was the thing about the growth of the women's game. She feels like the popularity is the fact that there's parity now. Like people can't just assume it's going to be one team that wins. To me, I feel like there's three strong contenders for Final Four, and then the fourth spot is open among a bunch of other teams like you guys, Indiana, Louisville, who else? NC State. Like it's like literally eight teams that can make the Final Four. This Iowa can get hot at the right time. So just what do you think it's going to take for you guys to take that next step and get to the Final Four this year?
Just like how you said, like there's so many good teams. The we all know we can score. Every team has the threats they have. It's all on details at that point. When you when you're going head to head, it's about possessions and who take care of the ball because uh, we both have good players on both sides. The talent is there. It's just about the details and what you're willing to do when the game is on the line. So if you have to die for that ball one last time to get that extra possession, that's when teams win games. It's when the details are being shown. So like the rebounds, the just being at the right place at the right time, the made layup, the pass, all that execution stuff that you worked on during the year would be crucial in those type of moments and who wins the game and who loses.
Right, right. And shout out to Baylor as well. I forgot to say Baylor, but when you think of those teams that get the most attention, obviously UConn and South Carolina at the top, and then Stanford as the defending champs. I even asked Haley about this as the defending champs. It felt like they weren't getting enough attention. It's like you guys just won, and everybody talking about UConn. But how do you feel like with Maryland? Do you feel like do you like kind of laying under the radar a little bit? And people know what you guys are about. People know y'all are a good team. If you know, you know. But like, there's some other people who might not be focused because they're only focused on two teams. Do you like that, or do you kind of feel a chip on your shoulder, like, oh, I got to prove these folks wrong?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you want the recognition you deserve, but when you step in between the lines, we focus on one thing, and that's winning. So we kind of block out all the other stuff that's going on because when you're in between the lines, anything anybody was saying prior doesn't matter. You just have to prove yourself every time you step on the court. And I think if we're the underdogs or not, we're still going to do the same thing. Every time we step on the court, we're going to play our best to our abilities to try to win the game. And I think that's our mentality. It's like, people are going to say whatever. There's always going to be a team that they favor over us, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter because once you step in between the lines, all the noise that was prior disappears, and now you have to perform. So that's how I take it.
I hear it. I hear it. It's a bit a tougher question. Have you watched the Texas game yet?
Actually, yes, a couple of times. Yeah.
How many times have you seen it?
I watched it. Coach made it mandatory to watch. I watched it with my father, and I watched it by myself, and then I also watched it with my sister. So I actually watched it probably like a good 4 to 5 times since.
Well, what was your just how was that feeling right when it happened? You guys were having such a great season last year. Things were getting rolling. Angel was in the picture and everything like that, and then you guys even had a lead. A good lead in that game. Like, just how was that feeling, and what have you learned from watching that game 4 or 5 times, and how are you going to use that to fuel you this season?
It hurt, plain and simple. Like, that loss, like, it was a dagger. We felt like we could have went farther than that, obviously, but we fell short of our goals, and it just was a adding pain I felt for like the longest time because it was always in my mind. I was thinking, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and what I could have done to help my team. And then when you look back and you see all the simple errors we had, it was just like details. Like I said, it was obviously details why we lost. We have the talent. We are very capable of beating Texas, but the details are the reason why we lost. We had some miscommunications. We had some breakdowns on defense. We had missed rebounds. Simple stuff like that are the reasons why we lost. So understanding why we lost and they're fixable mistakes, which are really, really good for us since they're fixable, we just get to the drawing board and we got to work harder and we got to prove every time we step on the court, like, we can't take nothing for granted because I think that's what we did in that game. And it's kind of like a flip of page, and we're ready for this year, and we're going to be harder. We're going to play harder and try to work on our details, which cost us the game in Texas.
Have you forgiven yourself yet for that loss?
Yeah, I have. I mean, it's basketball. You win some, you lose some. So just having that mentality and just kind of moving on. You can't dwell on the past forever. Like, things happen. You win and lose, like I said. So I'm just excited for this year, looking forward, and yeah, ready to play some basketball again.
All right, cool. And now moving, back to the summer. So, you played with Team USA in the America Cup and stuff like that. How was that experience of, you guys were one of the few programs who had multiple players on the team. So, just how was that experience mingling with the other women from other programs and stuff?
I enjoyed myself. It was a lot of fun. Just playing with the top players in the country. It's like what you live for, especially if you have aspirations of going farther than just college basketball. Playing against those type of girls who are pros, basically they're seniors going about to get graduated is a lot of fun. Like, okay, I feel a little confident. Like I'm in this position. Look, what's going on? It's a little scary because you're like, I'm thinking ahead, but it's like I'm so young, but I feel so old at the same time. So just playing with those girls was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself and I learned a lot. This coaching staff, from the coaching staff to like the girls, it was just a great experience, a one in a lifetime experience. I'm happy I got the opportunity to participate. So
For sure, for sure. And just what are some of the other things that you've been up to this summer and this past off season?
just grinding, uh, trying to stay in school and just working hard. Don't really do much but basketball right now, just school and basketball. So just staying focused.
Who was the first person to get Diamond Miller interested in the game of basketball?
Oh, hands down. Okay. So it was my father, but it was really my sister. Like my father played basketball and stuff, and he introduced the game to my sister, which introduced me to the game. And when I saw my sister play, I'm like, hey, I could do that too. So just my older sister just being older, and I looked up to her and wanted to follow her footsteps. So anything she did, I was doing too. So when she picked up the ball, I was picking up that basketball as well.
How often do you and your older sister play, like one on one?
Oh yeah, we used to play all the time, but now she's like she has her own apartment. She's in New York, so she's doing other things other than basketball. But when over quarantine, especially because she was living with with my parents still, we were playing one on one constantly. And I have a little brother. It would be the three of us just battling. It's a lot of fun. A little competitive, but a lot of fun.
I know I was watching another interview you did about probably like a year ago, like in that quarantine period, and you were talking about you were unaware of like the platform you held with like little girls coming up to you at basketball camps and stuff. Now with the opportunities for NIL, just how was that? How was your reaction when you found out that it was approved? And what's your outlook on it? What's your opinion on it?
I mean, it's a great opportunity for any college athlete. Why wouldn't you want to make money off your likeness, you know? So just to have the opportunity, I'm very blessed and the blessed to have the platform I have, and I'm using it for good. And yeah, just hoping to inspire the younger generation.
Right, right. Now, I guess like college fans want to know for you as like a kind of highly touted kind of college player and whatnot. Do you, now that you have the opportunities for NIL, does that make you a little more kind of patient in making that jump to the league, or is it still kind of the same timeline? Like if the time is right to jump to the league, I'm gonna jump to the league right now. But now, since I can get paid and stay in Maryland, I'm gonna just get paid, stay in Maryland a little longer. How is that decision?
I feel like your dreams, ever since you were younger, is to go professional. So if you have the opportunity to go early, I don't know, personally, I'm taking it. Like, if I had the opportunity, I'm going early just because that's my dream. My dream is not to play college basketball forever. So, um, yeah, you can't stay in one spot for too long. So I feel like if you have the opportunity to go, why not flip the page and start your career as being professional? But that's just me. I personally, that's what I would do. So
If Diamond Miller wasn't playing basketball, what would she be doing?
if I wasn't playing basketball, honestly, I think I would just be I really like taking care of like little kids and stuff like that. So I don't know, probably like working at a daycare or something, just doing a lot
Diamond
of
love the kids.
childcare, just being entwined with them. Yeah, I think I would be doing stuff like that.
And how do you feel about the kind of current spot of women's basketball? You talked about it earlier of how much you loved it. How have you seen it kind of grown at all? If you feel like it's grown since you've kind of come up from high school to now.
It's great. I think it's blossoming to one of the top platforms that people are watching, which is really good. Just out of the March Madness, you were seeing like Drake was watching a game. It's like all these NBA players were tuned in, and it was just a blessing. Like we're getting some of the recognition we deserve. Obviously, we're not where we want to be still, but it's a start to for push for the future generation, so they don't have to deal with the stuff that we're dealing with now. So it's a great it's a great push in the right direction. So we'll see. I'm really happy to be a part of it and push it forward.
What are some of your goals for, I guess, just this season, this junior season now?
Obviously, go farther than Sweet 16. um, just I have a lot of aspirations, and I just want to just play hard and continue to play my basketball no matter what, no matter if I have a bad game or good game, just continue to be the player I am and never stop myself or stop myself from being who I am as a player, just staying focused and stay who I am. I think that's the most important. And making sure my mental is good, making sure I'm physically good, just all that stuff that make me who I am. I just want to make sure that throughout the season, no matter what happens to me, that I stay on that path. And I think I would be very successful if I just continue to be who I am.
Is there anything that the people, the general public, don't know about Diamond Miller that you would like them to know?
So fun fact about me, I love jelly beans. I think that's weird because every time I tell someone that, they're like, jelly beans, really? Yeah, I love jelly beans. And yeah, I don't really have much.
All right, Diamond. Well, I appreciate it so much. I appreciate the time, and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.